in a timely manner. The second question has to do with your staffing. It appears that you're struggling to maintain staff. I believe that you've changed your executive development manager 3 times sequentially, and 3 of your 6 developmental people have left. So, can you explain what's going on there and what effect that's having on the fact that we're not getting our SMMs when we want them?
You want to take that, or you want me to jump in?
So, well, thank you for the question, Chair Nathanson, Senator Whitsitt. Since I've been here, we had our enterprise applications manager is the manager that you're talking about, and she did leave. We brought someone else in. They turned around and went back to where we had hired them from. So we just have recently hired a new enterprise application manager who really is bringing a lot to the organization. So anytime you lose someone, obviously there's a struggle, and it's not necessarily it's made harder when you're a small organization like our own. Since I've been here, Shancy has been working on looking at our compensation plan for IS, the state as a whole, as far as compensation for IS employees, really does seem to drag behind the public sector. So in some degrees we're fighting money, in some degrees we're fighting atmosphere.
Have these people left to the private sector?
One has gone to state. We've lost in the developers that you asked about to the private sector or to state. They've gone to other places. So that's one part. Another is the rhythm of work here versus where say developers or other people can work, and the state is still, although it's not the 1950s, we're a little more rigid in our view of employees, and that we need people to be here at certain times. It's a little less flexible than in other places, but we have better benefits than maybe you might get in other places. So we, with the addition of the new enterprise applications manager, we've also taken on a different hiring role, in that we're looking at the potential of contract to hire versus just trying to hire straight out, so that we can bring people in, test them, and make sure that they understand kind of the atmosphere that we work in, and that they're a good addition, and that they meld well with the development team. I'm sure that developers would tell you that they are as much artists as technicians here, so or anywhere. So their ability to work together and work together smoothly is just as important as having 5 really great developers. Mm-hmm.
So I guess to get to the crux of the matter, is this staffing problem what's holding up the timely production of the materials that we need, or is it something wrong with the strategic objective? Is something wrong with the process? I mean, because we're not getting them.
I think that to one degree, I know I talked to committee services, to Rick Berkobian earlier today, and I know that with this session, he's just updated their FAQs as to how the processes should work also. So part of it is process in nature, to make sure that we are following the same process every time, so that you get the materials that you need when you need them. I don't know, as far as the development staff, I don't think that is as much of a driver here, but it's
I'm going to interject. It seems to me that from something that Ms. Saban said a few minutes earlier, it seems that we allow for some variation in how a committee or a committee chair handles materials, and maybe that's a type of procedural question, a procedural policy that should be revisited if there's a problem with members not having
Madam Chair,
access.
it's pretty systemic within our Senate Republican caucus that we're not getting the materials in a timely
I understand. I'm
fashion.
just
So perhaps I could just get offline with you
Thank
sometime,
you.
sit down, Mr. Hayden, and talk and figure this out.
There,
But
Absolutely.
there may be some, I'm suggesting there may be some process policies that need to be revisited
Well, I'm just looking.
on how
I'm
people are
sure,
handling
I'm certain
it.
there is some problem. I just like to try to find out what it is. So,
Thank you.
good question. Thank you.
All right.
Certainly. I'm looking at the time. We have only 20 minutes. I've looked at the next several slides, which are pretty much just